Hello, welcome back. It's horrible outside again today, so I thought I might as well come in and do my gilding on this. So, jobs to do indoors again today. So what I'm doing, I'm using a brush on wax. It's a Liberon one, and I much prefer it to gold leafing because gold leafing is quite messy and the sheets tear and all the bits go everywhere, and I just think it's more subtle.
Right, while Susie's working her magic upstairs, I've brought you to our study, and we're directly underneath the rose room, and this room is a mirror image of the rose room. It's same dimensions, shape and everything, but there's a fundamental difference in this room. It's got this oak panelling all the way around it, and it's quite a nice panelling, and we've been umming and ahhing whether to try and recreate it in the rose room, and we've decided we're going to. Now, we need to put some skirting along the floor up there anyway in the rose room, so we might as well try to reproduce this, but it's not going to be complicated to reproduce. It doesn't have to be exact. And we've got so much wood here that we can repurpose, and I think we can probably build most of it from wood that we already have. But the difference is we will paint it. So it doesn't matter if I use a sort of mix and match of different woods. But we like it, and it's not particularly tall if I stand up next to it. So it's only this height, but it's quite nice, and I think it would just add something to that room. So I've brought you down to the other end of the room in the bay, where you can see it a little bit better light. Yeah, it's quite a straightforward construction. So I think that would look very nice up there. So, yeah, I think so. Right, so one of the places I can get some wood is here. I'm in our hallway between our kitchens, and all the way around this area there's this wood, and if we were going to have a dado rail up here, we could have something a little bit more ornate than this. It's just basically a very plain piece of wood with a couple of grooves, one at the bottom, one at the top. It's a bit dull, and it doesn't actually go all the way behind this door or up these steps here. So I'm going to see if I can get it off easily enough. That little piece came off easy enough, wherever it is. It's just nailed on. The wood underneath it looks reasonable, so I may be able to use this for the skirting. That's not too bad. There's some quite nice usable wood there. One of the problems, of course, with repurposing wood, you end up with lots of nails to remove and holes to fill. But yeah, I think I can make some use of that. Yeah, I think so. Right, I've got lots of very wet pieces of wood that have been soaking. I've got all my clamps and I just need to roughly get these clamped up. And it's nice and pliable now, this wood, it won't snap. I'm not too worried about the height of the wood. It's just the shape I'm after. And it shouldn't take many. Yeah, perfect. And that's one simple way of bending thin strips of wood. That will do. Now I know what you're thinking. How many clamps does one man need? Well, that's really simple. One more than he's already got. So we have a clamping disaster. 3 of my clamps aren't working and one of these is missing. I've got 2 of these little ones. So, Anyway, that's not a problem. I have got enough wood. I've used the offcuts for the front piece here, and I've just pinned them into shape temporarily with these nails. So that's all ready to go, really. It's just a question of wait and see. It's got to dry out, which will take a couple of days, and then I can then glue them together and glue them and pin them on. And when I take these clamps off in a couple of days, this wood will retain its shape that it's now in, because it will dry to the shape it's in. So that's all I can do. It's now wait and see. And there's a big black cloud on there, so I'm going to get this inside and get indoors. Oh, that looks good, doesn't it? Beautiful.
So I'm toying with the idea of painting black in these bits.
Oh yeah, like we did in the mirror. Yeah. On the mirror. Yeah, I think so.
More is more.
So yes, back to this panelling. You can see it in this door here, actually. So it'll be quite nice. I don't know whether the new panelling would line up at all, but it'll certainly pick up this feature. And whilst I'm here, a few of you have commented and said, oh, what's behind the door? Well, at the moment, it's just a storage cupboard and we've thrown a few things in there. But it's quite a nice, neat little cupboard. So that's all it is.
That's all the gilding done. I'm not sure about the gold braid now. I'm just going to have a look in my box to see if I've got any other colours. But it does pick out the gold in the tapestry. I think I'll try some other colours up against it just to see. So here's my picnic basket I brought with me from the UK with all my bits and pieces in, hopefully. Let's have a look. Some pink, but I don't think we want balls on there. Although I could cut them off. That's quite too bright. More gold. Just put the lilac up against it, but obviously it would have to be a wider braid, so I don't know, I'm not sure. Painted the surround in the black, like we did with the bedroom mirror, which makes it stand out a bit more, I think. And we've decided to keep the gold but put a very thin piece of black braid down the edge here, just to make that stand out a bit more. But I like the way the gold picks out the branches and things. So there we have it. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be blinging up a few more pieces for the room next time. See you then, bye.